Dear Mom, the past year has been the hardest. It's been hell. It's been isolation. Walking on eggshells every given second, not knowing whether you could be in a good or a bad mood. I never wanted to come home. I started to heavily invest myself in things that took me away from whatever thing could be happening at home. You constantly promised that you were always there for me, when I needed a shoulder, when I needed a friend, but you were always off doing whatever thing that prioritized above family. You constantly let us down and lied. You manipulated and stole. You pushed us further and further away, but wanted us at arm's length when you needed us. We could never do anything because what we had to spend was wrapped up in somebody else's problems. We lost the car, we lost the family, we lost a parent. After all the shit and the pain you put us through, there is still a small part of me that wants what I used to have with you, but it just isn't possible anymore. I want a mom, but I just can't put my heart through a constant uphill battle, and that breaks me on the inside. You truly were one of my best friends and biggest supporter. I remember the good, but the bad overshadows everything. You became extremely vulgar and violent. You showed your true colors in the end. I cut you off, I blocked you, to get myself on track, but then you started messaging me again. I dreaded it. I saw your name pop up on my phone, and I just thought, what could she want? Because it's never for me, it's always for you. And sure enough, it was. Every message you send me fills me with anger. I don't have any more pity or love to give you. You've drained me of any and all emotion. It is exhausting to have to explain myself to you constantly. I want to be able to do something and not feel pushed down or not good enough. Why should my happiness come at a cost? I'm scrambling to figure out my future, all because you needed money for this and that and the other thing. None of which benefited us. You spent the money that we had and didn't have on drugs and other people's debts. I constantly wondered if we were ever good enough. Why weren't we ever a priority? Why couldn't we be enough for you? Why did you seek for something more down a dark alley? Now I'm left to turn the bad into the good, spin thread into gold. All of the pieces are left on the ground for me to pick up and put together. Nothing will be the same. I've risen up from what the bad has left me. I am stronger because of the pain I had to endure. I know I can withstand the worst of storms. I strive every day to not fall into your habits. I push myself when I'm in a lull. I'm thankful for all that our relationship was. I'm thankful that we went through the lowest of lows. Now it's time I keep spinning gold and walking with what good I can make. I'll miss you, but what you were, not what you became. I hope we both find peace in this letter. I hope that we find ourselves along separate paths. I look forward to my future. I hope that you could find happiness in your own time. If our paths do cross, I hope we can get a coffee and chat a while. With all the unknown and the possibilities, I look forward to it, and I hope you can too. I wish you the best in your adventures and endeavors.
So how are we doing today?
Not very good.
No?
No.
Why not so good?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No. Just a lot in my mind, I guess.
Like what? We're here to help you, Anna. You know that. But I can only help you if you help me. We've been talking together for a while, and I'm just trying to understand. And to help you understand what's going on.
Am I insane?
Let's take a second here.
You're not answering me.
Just hold on. You know insanity is a fine line. So how are we doing today?
Me?
Yes.
I'm great.
In 17 years, I've learned a lot about myself, about others, about the world. I've sat through lessons about cell structure and quadratic formula. I've studied names and dates for hours. But these are the 17 most important lessons I've learned. Lesson 1. Loss is hard. Whether it's that stuffed animal you loved as a kid but you left at the playground, or the loss of a loved one or a family member, loss is hard at any age, and it'll always hurt. You won't understand it. Lesson 2. Love is harder. You'll always struggle to show love to people who frustrate you, and sometimes you'll even struggle to feel love. You won't think you're worthy of it, and when you finally feel it, you'll see how quickly it can fade away. You won't understand it. Lesson 3. Love is worth it. I strongly believe that love is one of the most amazing human abilities we have. Love is an all-encompassing, genuine, selfless care and appreciation for another person. Love is always worth it, but you won't always understand it. Lesson 4. Ask people what they're passionate about. It truly is the best way to get to know someone. Everyone has something that means so much to them, that they care about so deeply, that they can't help but light up when they talk about it. And when you watch someone who you think has no potential talk so lovingly and carefully about something, you won't understand it. Lesson 5. Having friends is great, if they're actually your friends. Spoiler alert, if they constantly leave you out, hurt you, make you feel worthless, and expect you to initiate everything, they're not your friends. But you'll have to experience this to understand it. Lesson 6. People are idiots. And we're all people. You'll hurt people as much as they hurt you, and you won't understand it. Lesson 7. You'll have regrets. You'll make mistakes, and you'll wish that you didn't. But remind yourself that those mistakes are often what's teaching you the greatest lessons, even when you don't understand it. Lesson 8. Even in a safe environment, it's hard to feel safe. Sometimes you have to create your own safe places. You'll feel anxious, you'll feel scared, and you won't understand it. Lesson 9. Music is freedom. Music can bring you joy and help you work through your emotions. There's no greater feeling than finally going to the concert for that artist you love and just releasing everything you feel. This may be one of the few things you do understand. Lesson 10. Fear can take over your life. Anxiety is becoming a reality for new people every single day. I couldn't even get behind the wheel for a year because of the crushing fear I felt. I never understood it, and I still don't. Lesson 11. Society has set stereotypes. They're wrong. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are loved. You are you. Lesson 12. The education system sucks. But education doesn't. It's true. Sometimes the certificates just feel like certificates. You feel pressure to have perfect grades and excel in everything. Don't let it ruin your love for learning. School can suck, and you won't understand it. Lesson 13. You'll disagree with a lot of things, and therefore, a lot of people. Stand firm in what you believe, but remember that good debate can be healthy. You don't know everything, and everyone has something to teach you, even when you don't understand it. Lesson 14. You need to learn to address conflict. I'm still working on this, but I know now that keeping all your emotions and pain and thoughts bottled up can only leave you feeling broken. You must understand this. Lesson 15. Don't take things for granted. People, gifts, moments, don't let them slip away from you. You must understand this. Lesson 16. Happiness is a choice. You can make the effort to implement practices and habits in your life that inspire joy. Your happiness should never be in the hands of someone else. You must understand this. Lesson 17. You need to know what you stand for. Life feels meaningless when you have no idea what you're living it for. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. You must understand this. So here's to the hopes and dreams I've had. Here's to the lessons I've learned, and praying that I'm always willing to learn more. Here's to never forgetting what made me who I am, even when I didn't understand it.